What do you do when people interpret music incorrectly? Because I've seen a lot about the protests this week, and it always makes me think of Rage Against the Machine and how conservatives really think that they are raging against the machine, when in fact, they are the machine. One of my favorite bands is System of a Down, and their music is so inherently political, and when they make a political statement, people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, have you listened to their discography though? I think there are certain artists where it's hard to ignore their political intent because it's pretty outright, like Kendrick Lamar or Billie Eilish. But for some reason in rock and metal, people just ignore the lyrics. I think my gut would be, well, the lyrics must not be clear. The lyrics might not be the greatest. They might not be that deep. But System of a Down has some of the best and wildest lyrics that clearly illustrate a message. I don't know how they misconstrue that. So I think maybe my question is, how do you combat anti-intellectualism, especially in art? Yeah, art is subjective, but when an artist is like, hey, this is what my art means, and people are still like, how do you deal with that? I saw a quote talking about how it's easy to make up a lie, but it takes 10 times the energy to disprove it. And sometimes I feel like that, especially in music discourse, especially political music discourse, because people hear something and relate to it, even if they're relating to it wrong, and they just take that to heart. Is it wrong to turn down someone's emotional connection with the music? In this case, yeah, you're relating to it wrong. But telling someone that something they think is subjective is actually objectively against their opinion is really ineffective. And so maybe we're just left with redefining what the machine actually is for the next couple of years of this presidency. But man, sometimes I wish we could just at least understand what things actually are by listening to the artists. Maybe I'm losing my mind.